speaking of winning a championship, a man has the opportunity to do that this weekend at UFC 292.
Let's go.
We're obviously a massive fan of this man. He's one of the most electrifying combat people that have ever existed. We got introduced to him during COVID, whenever he showed up with his hair and his style, and he could have knocked a guy out. He let him get back up because he had merch that he needed to sell. Let me knock this motherfucker out a different way. Then we saw him play bongos on a guy's face named Moutinho. And then we saw him win in a jiu-jitsu rolling tournament just a few weeks ago. This guy is one of the most talented fighters on earth. He's also one of the most entertaining humans on earth.
What?
You put that together, it's great news. Will he be a champion this weekend? We shall see. Ladies and gentlemen, Sugar Sean O'Malley.
Yeah!
What's up, dude?
What up, boys?
Where you at? You in a sauna right now? You trying to lose weight? Are we in the middle of the weight cut? What are you doing right now?
No, I'm in my bathroom, just kind of trying to find some good lighting.
Hey, you look good. You look good. You need to know that you always look good, though. How do you feel?
I need to hear that. Appreciate it.
Hey, how do you feel going into a fight, man? It's a title fight. We've been waiting for this. I mean, I think we talked to you like a year and a half ago, and you said, I trust Dana. I know he'll put me in a title fight whenever the time comes. I'm not going to get too crazy. Here we are. We're 2 days before it. How's the body feel? I think you're prepared to be champion. I assume you feel the same.
Yeah, 100% prepared to be the champion. I had to go over to Abu Dhabi, beat up a little Russian dude. That was the way to get to my title shot. So that's what I did. Went to Abu Dhabi, beat up the Russian, came back to America to celebrate, and now we're going to Boston. We're in Boston. I'm in Boston right now. You know, I get to fight Aljamain Sterling in a few days. Still have to cut weight. That is not the fun part, but you know, it's part of the game.
Okay, where are you at right now weight-wise, and how much weight will you cut? Because you're taller, obviously, for the bantamweight division, which is 135. What are you trying to get to?
Yeah, for the title fight, 135 on the dot. So I'll cut most of the weight tonight, and then I'll probably wake up and have to cut a few more pounds.
So you become the champ, though. You're signing up to be 135 forever, you know, because you're undefeated now. They have a number on that one slot, which none of us fully understand what that is. But like 135, a lot of people are talking about changing weight class because how hard the weight cut is. Is it hard for you, or is it just a part of the process?
Yeah, no, I think it's hard for anybody that cuts, you know, it's 15, 20 pounds. It's tough for anyone. Aljo's saying this is probably his last fight at bantamweight. He's going to move up. But yeah, for me, I want to stay down here for a little bit, and you know, I need to go get the belt and defend the belt a few times before I can move up.
Go ahead, AJ.
How much motivation do you have to go get that belt and then defend the belt, because you get those pay-per-view points once you have the belt and you defend? Is that a big motivator?
Yes, that's what this is all about. That's the goal. The goal isn't to become the champ. The goal is to get pay-per-view points. And the way you get pay-per-view points is by defending the belt. Therefore, being the champ is important. But yeah, this game is all for me. I've been in the fight business since day one. I got into fighting to become rich, sexy, and famous. And not a lot of people do that. I did that. I'm in the fight business. That's what this is all about for me, is making money. So I need to go out there, take Aljo out, and start getting them pay-per-view points.
Okay, so you're super famous, right? I think we all agree with that. Super sexy.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Sex symbol, I think some people are saying. And now we get wealthy. That would be check there. Dream since you were a kid.
Yeah, I mean, I am, you know, I'm balling right now. Don't get me wrong. I'm definitely not struggling at this point. But those pay-per-view points really take it to a next level.
Did I see you rolling in a jiu-jitsu match on the internet? How long ago was that? And I didn't expect that from you, right? Because everybody just sees you as this electrifying kind of striker, and then you were rolling with this guy, got his back, see you later, this thing's over. I love seeing that. Do you feel like you're in your best fighting form right now?
Yeah, I think that was 2019. I think that video just started surfacing around a little bit more as the fight got closer. I did do a jiu-jitsu tournament and was choking fools, but that was a long time ago. You know, I like knocking people out. You know, if I have the opportunity to knock someone out, I choose that 100% of the time.
We got lightning in both hands. Do we have any merch already made for how this one's going to end? Any predictions or what do we got cooking?
I'm always rocking the merch. Yeah, we got the post-fight merch ready to drop. And I do have lightning in both hands. That's one thing about me that's different than a lot of these guys. I can knock people out with so many different weapons. A lot of people, some people have a good right hand. Some southpaws have a good left hand. I literally can knock people out from both stances. Left foot, right foot, knee, other knee, weenie, whatever. I can do crazy.
Yeah.
Could you imagine you knocked a guy out with your dick? That'd be crazy.
He's sick.
You remember?
A cup shot? I think you could. I mean, I think that's legal.
Dude, the amount of hip thrust, you would have to be able to really.
Yeah, skilled.
That would be impressive. Maybe choke him out. You know what I mean? Maybe it's a smother technique. Maybe that's what you need to do.
I'll have to work on that one at the gym.
Could you imagine your sparring partners? Today, what we're working on? Cup to the nose and mouth.
Mm-hmm.
I need to make sure there's no air going in there. That's how we end
Teabag
this.
submissions.
Yeah, teabag. Oh, the old Suga Sean teabag. He's got no air.
I might stick to knocking people out the more I think about that.
Pay-per-view points, though. Sex sells. I mean, something to think about when you become champion. You know, next fight, there's always room to grow. Connor has a question for you.
Yeah, Sean, obviously Abu Dhabi for the fight before, and now you're in Boston. Once you have that title, do you have any, say on what city you would like to defend it in first, or is there a scenario that you've kind of pictured in your brain for where you would have that first title defense?
Viva Las Vegas, December. The Suga Show defends his bantamweight title.
Ooh.
Dude, why don't you just push that back to February? Let's do the Super Bowl.
Yes.
At the Super Bowl halftime show?
That'd be sweet.
Now I heard Taylor Swift turned it down, so Taylor Swift turns it down.
Yeah.
Sugar Sean, they wheel
Be perfect.
an octagon out there.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they'd be able to do that with what they're able to put out there.
Best halftime show ever.
What about me versus Taylor Swift?
Oh, I don't know if you want that. She's a beast,
watch.
bro. Hey, she's a beast.
3 hours.
She's a beast, bro.
I know. That's why I'm up for the challenge.
You would train? We know you'd be prepared. Is this new tat here, or is that something from training camp?
Right here?
No, the other one. Was that?
Oh, it's just a little tattoo. It looks like a little black eye tattoo. I tattooed a black eye on me. No, I'm just kidding.
See, I was about to say that's the type of brain.
Yeah,
Next
next level.
That's the type of brain we need as champion out there. Go ahead, Ty.
Yeah, Sean, just curious, I know obviously you're trying to go in there and knock Aljo out as soon as possible, but is there any, part of the game plan that changes at all because it is a title fight, like trying to get him into deep water in the later rounds, or does nothing change? Is this just the same type of fight as you would have regardless if it's a title fight or not?
Yeah, the only real difference, obviously, is it's 5 rounds, not 3 rounds. This was my first 5-round fight, rather. But I have to go out there and match his pace. I can't go out there and start slow against someone like Aljamain Sterling, because if you let him grab you, you are in for a short night. And so I have to go out there and match his pace. I can't really go out there and try to pace myself and say, all right, this is a 5-round fight. I have to go out there and match his pace.
Okay, so what have you seen from him? Do you feel like this is good fight for you? You feel like do you watch film and strategize, or is it nameless, faceless? I'm going to do my fight and change it. Have you changed a bunch, or how does strategy play in with who you're fighting?
He's obviously the champion right now. He's probably the toughest matchup in the division for me. I would argue he's one of the toughest matchups in the division for anybody. He's the champ. He's defended the belt 3 times. He's the best guy in the world. As far as training for someone like him, I've always trained for grapplers. That's always been kind of what the opponent's game plan is. Let's take Sean down, take her down. So pretty much same game plan we've always had, just against the best guy in the world. And it's that's why it's so exciting. And I do believe, and everyone knows, I have the capabilities to go out there and put his lights out. And so that's what's so exciting about this fight.
Hair looks sweet right now. Is this the final phase before fight, or are you doing anything different?
No, I have a press conference this afternoon. I'm gonna get a nice fucking beautiful fat fro, and then I'll get the braids, the cornrows before fight night.
It looks awesome.
Yeah.
It looks really cool right
Thank
now.
you, bro.
Yeah, it looks.
Thank you.
I don't know how many different colors are in there and how long it took.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It
when
took about 7 hours.
okay, see that's what we need.
Yeah.
Preparing the hair, 7 hours worth of.
Dedication.
Yeah, it's training camp. Yeah, we need that for entertainment. Pac-Man's got something for you, Sugar.
What's up, Sugar? My question is, I read a lot about John Jones. You got a lot of him in you. How much have he played for your career to get you where you at, or help you to be where you at right now?
Yeah, John Jones is one of the greatest fighters of all time. Super inspiring career, especially for him to take as much time off as he did, come back and just do what he did. So yeah, watching John Jones' career play out's been super inspiring.
Who do you think fights like you that has been a fighter before?
I truly believe I have a very unique style. There's similarities of multiple different people. There's similarities in Izzy. We do have, he has a very highly skilled level of striking. But even then, like we're a little bit different. So I really do believe I'm just kind of one of a kind.
Yeah, and that's why we fucking love you. Go ahead, AJ.
Sean, I don't know how much you've been paying attention to the NFL, but there's a quarterback in Miami, Tua. He had multiple concussions last year. It's been reported that he's been working jiu-jitsu and possibly judo to try to learn how to fall. Do you think that'll be beneficial to him? Could that help him?
Yeah, I mean, learning how to break fall is as simple as learning just how to break fall by itself. So I don't know if you need to necessarily do judo or jiu-jitsu. You just kind of have to learn how to fall, but I think it'll help him in multiple areas in just life in general. Jiu-jitsu is one of the sweetest sports in the world. So, but yeah, I mean, ultimately, I think it will definitely help.
Yeah, we think there's a chance, somebody comes around a corner. Oh, shit, Von Miller, here he is. And Von Miller accidentally puts his hand out to go for the ball, and Tua just like, breaks an arm. That's first quarter. Von Miller's out. Yeah, we got sacked, but that guy's dead. Like, that's what jiu-jitsu is, right? That's my understanding.
Yeah, that's basically what jiu-jitsu is to the T.
All right. Did I get a
black belt?
Black belt.
Yellow?
Black belt.
No, I don't want the black one. The black belt, I think you got to go like the amount of beatings
Take your licks.
whipped.
you got to kind of take. I don't need to do catch up on it. What's the first one? Just a basic ass white belt? Like,
White belt. White.
so you guys are saying like, hey, it looks exactly like the robe, the gi that you're wearing. You don't even got a fucking belt right now. That's kind of what they're saying?
Exactly. Yeah.
What are you I assume you're just
Brown. Goes white, blue, purple, brown, black.
and that's in jiu-jitsu?
Yes.
Kickboxing though, you're home, right?
Yeah, they don't really have a belting system in kickboxing, but I'll give myself a black belt.
Hell yeah.
Smart.
Yep.
What's past the black belt? Like a double? You like a double black belt?
Chain.
I think they have I think there is a red belt after you've been a black belt for 25 years or something. I'm pretty sure that's a thing. There's only a few of those guys.
Yeah, you have to earn that one. That sounds like 25 years of just getting your ass kicked
Or
every day.
kicking someone else.
Well, once you're that high level of black belt, you're not getting your ass kicked too much, depending on what room you're in. But
Valid.
Yeah.
Very valid. Oh, I heard you talk to who's the big, massive dude on the internet? Bradley Martin, maybe.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Who was talking about how I think he had a thought that a lot of people who are athletic, big humans think. Like, you're fighting at 135 pounds. I was sixth grade. I think I was 135 pounds with how fat my ass is. So a lot of people think like that, like 260 pounds, 250 pounds, like 135 pounds, these guys can't do damage. And then you kind of broke it down to them like, I'm gonna get your back at some point and it's pretty much over. Is there any limit to what those types of mixed martial arts can take down if they're not trained? Like, I should immediately, and I don't think this way, I don't wanna fight anybody, I get my ass kicked all the time, but like other meatheads out there that potentially agree with that particular theory, like that, the weight means nothing at all in this entire thing. And in public, you beat the fuck out of every human you see, even at 135 pounds?
Yeah, I mean, I walk around at 155. I'm not much bigger than 135, but I feel like, I'm 20 pounds. But yeah, what I told him is I wouldn't want to he's saying in a street fight who would die. And I was saying, I mean, I wouldn't, I don't like the odds of, I wouldn't like to get in a street fight with him. But if it came down to who would die, I would have to be confident in myself because that's just, that's how it has to be. But he's a very, very fucking huge human and he's very fucking strong. So, he grabs a hold of you and somehow slams you. There's ways to mitigate being slammed and stuff. But, that big, that strong, I wouldn't like to test it. But I also, would say that I might come out on the other end of that. But I like Bradley. I don't think that'll ever get to that point. We're buddies, and hopefully I never have to street fight anyone that big and strong.
Yeah, to the death either. A street fight to the death with a buddy. That's tough.
That'd be tough.
Yeah, that'd be tough.
That'd be some really rude people in charge, which could happen.
Right.
Yeah, that'd be very rude. I don't think I'd want to put anybody in that situation. Tone has a question for you, Suga.
Yeah, Suga, I feel like when we've talked before, you've kind of got like a residency type thing in Vegas after your fights. Have you planned out the party in Boston yet after you win?
Yeah, you know what? Boston kind of closes down around 2 a.m. I'm not even going to make the walk till midnight, 12:30. So by the time I leave the venue, Boston will be closed down. I got a beautiful suite here in Boston that I, might participate in a party at. But it's hard to say, man. These fights can be brutal. And after the fight, you might not want to party. You don't know how it's going to go. I got my jet waiting for me Sunday back to Phoenix. So maybe the party happens a little bit later in the, heal up, have a good time. But yeah, Resorts World in Vegas is usually my go-to spot at Zoo, but it's not, we're not in fucking Vegas.
No, you're in Boston. Great city. Hey, it's going to be loud. That building's going to be loud.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the pop that you're going to get is obviously going to be huge. Everybody's excited for your opportunity to get a title. And if we pivot away from that, Ty just mentioned something here and with a little sign there. This celebrity boxing, obviously you're close with because you are a man of the internet and a man that is beloved. And I think you understand everything that's kind of going on in our world, which we love and appreciate, which is yet again why need you to have a title. Like we are, a lot of people pulling that way that you're our guy. Let's go get it. But you kind of stay in touch. Dylan Dennis and Logan Paul are about to fight. And I mean, that guy's Twitter is big. I'm learning a lot about a lot through Dylan Dennis is. And that fight obviously doing its thing. And then Jake Paul and Nate Diaz, I think, are going to try to do an MMA fight. Ultimately, I think you'll probably have the same view as us. This is good for boxing, good for fighting. Anytime there's a spotlighted fight. How do you feel about it? And do you think that is what like a retirement plan could be for big-named UFC fighters like forever almost?
Yeah, 100%. I was jacked for Nate versus Jake. I watched it. I sat on my couch at the edge of it. Was so excited to see what happens. It was a great fight, very entertaining, and was very entertained. Logan Paul versus Dylan Dennis, same thing. I'll buy it. I'll sit down. I'll watch it. I'll react to it. I'll talk about it. It'll be on the internet. I'll be a part of it as much as I can, through YouTube. I love that stuff. Very exciting. And, it's definitely something I would be interested in, later on in the career, similar to what Floyd's doing these exhibitions, doing stuff like that. But yeah, for me right now, obviously go out there, get the belt, do my thing, and then, hopefully beat up Gervonta Davis at some point.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like the retirement plans, I don't know what they were. Like maybe go to the WWE, maybe make some appearances. But now with the way it's kind of growing, if you're a good fighter with a name, I think you'll be able to potentially profit forever, which is good for the fight game in the long haul, even though some of these fights might be terrible. Now, Jake's fight's entertaining.
Yeah.
Very entertaining. That first round was incredibly entertaining. And Nate Diaz is fighting. So that's going to be entertaining because Nate Diaz is fighting.
Yeah.
I assume this Logan and Dylan one will be good, and there's going to be bad ones, but I think it's great for the fight game, just like you're great for the fight game. I don't know where you're headed, but we will certainly let you go, pal.
Sorry about that. I got to run to Whole Foods, and I got some more media. I got the press conference I got to get ready for. I just got some shit I got to do, but I fucking hate leaving the boys. I wish we could talk for longer. I would love to come on after, celebrate with you guys, and fucking definitely want to keep in touch with the boys.
All right. We miss you, buddy. Good luck out there. Ladies and gentlemen, the future bantamweight champion of the UFC, Suga Sean. What if that was how he actually left conversation?
Yeah, that was so cool.
You know what I mean? Like
Fade out.
Not from here. Gotta do it.